Yo, people, what is good? Where have I been? Man has been a little bit MIA for the last couple of weeks, so everything shall be covered in today's video. The prep update, mindset, psychology, how I found this prep, everything you need to know, future plans is all in this video. If you're new to the channel, keep watching, figure out who I am, what I'm about. Yeah. Back to regular videos, guys. Apologies for the delays, but we're back to weekly regular uploads, keeping it raw, keeping you up to date. What's going on, all right? So, people, how are we? It's a couple of days later. Man recorded that morning coffee clip on the Monday. We're now sitting at Thursday with a brand new coffee. Oh my God, you cannot beat a coffee. But yeah, guys, continuing on, right? Pulled out a prep. Mentally, it was in a weird spot, man. Hated the process, and you can probably tell by the way the videos went out of touch. If you follow me on Instagram, I stopped posting as many physique updates. I think I was just going into the shows for the wrong reason. Like my passion, like I love bodybuilding, but for me, like I'm like a lifestyle bodybuilder. I fucking love training. I love getting strong. I love the intricacies of training. I love trying to get the extra 5%, the extra 1% out of training. I love building muscle. I love gaining phases. I love the nutrition that comes along with it, pre-workout, post-workout. I love all that stuff, and I just came to hate it. And I got to a point, I was comfortable with where I was with my physique. If you look at my latest videos, like, that's a condition I was really happy with, and mentally I was telling myself, like, just hold this. And then the thing that triggered it, man, was I ended up just developing some mad binge eating. I don't want to say eating disorder because I've got control of it now, and it was just a weak mindset. It was just took 1 week for me to kind of lose my groove with like training and hating training, and I was like, instead of me going into the gym and doing my single arm pull down, I would just do a double arm pull down. I wasn't training as good. My intensity was still there, but I would take out the hack squats because they were getting harder. I stopped doing RDLs. I put them at the end of the session for fatigue management, but I was just kind of making things a bit easier for myself. And as I said, the biggest thing, man, was the food. Was I started binging. I've never been like that in my life. I've never been somebody that has to eat all this shit food. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a massive foodie. I love food. I've got a sweet tooth as well. But I went 18 weeks throughout that prep with no difficulty. And it just took 1 day of binging. And all that was happening for the last 4 weeks of prep there, from the 3/4 weeks out video, which was my latest video, right? Every week since then, up until, like, my last show would be this weekend. Up until last week, it was a case of I would binge for a day or two. I would do extra cardio, extra steps. I would have pulled it back. I would diet for a day, maybe diet for half a day, then I would binge again. And I was just in this cycle, and I was like, listen, I can't go into a prep and jump on stage knowing that there's people that have given 110% in the last 4 weeks where it's mattered. I've not improved my physique. Don't get me wrong, the physique that I had was good, but it's not stage worthy. And mentally this was fucked. Combine that with like the kind of almost borderline eating disorder, combine that with mentally just not enjoying it and not loving it. And the person that's going to succeed and do well is a person that loves the process. I hated the process. I fell out of love with it. But as I said, it was like, yeah, I just had to sit down and have an honest conversation with myself and be like, is this what I want to do? The past 4 weeks, mate, you've been binging, you've been dieting, you've not progressed your physique in the past 4 weeks. The physique still looks good, but it's not what it needs to be on stage. So that forced my hand in just pulling out the prep. And then because of that, definitely ate a little bit too much food than I would have liked. Body weight definitely jumped up, but we're back on the shit. We're back fucking on it. Because not gonna lie, man did building up a little bit. I think my heaviest weigh-in, from as low as 200 pounds, 199 pounds, over the weekend, I was up at 220. Obviously half all of that is water and glycogen and sodium and fluid. I've not weighed myself this week. I want to just get this week done, get into Monday and see where I'm at. Now I reckon I'll be around between 208 and 210 pounds as of Monday, which is 10 pounds to drop off in 3 weeks. Mate, canter, absolute canter. Trenbolone, that 100% had an effect on how I was feeling. It made me numb. It made me emotionless. I was a shell of myself. combine just dieting in general. Like when you diet and you take it to that extreme, you're going to feel diet fatigue, you're going to feel a little bit moody. It's going to come with it, right? That in combination with the trend, I didn't realise what that was doing to me until now. I've been off of it. I've not been taking it for the past 2 weeks, and I feel good. I feel myself. Even though I'm still dieting, I feel more social. I'm a nicer person. I've got more time for my family, which I was rubbing them off, and that's not me. I was a shell of myself, and I had to sit back and ask myself, what the fuck am I doing now? Do you know what I mean? The diet approach right now is a little bit more chill. If I want an off plan, so, you know, this weekend I'm going to go out for food with my girlfriend. I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to eat like a pig when I go out. I'm going to have a nice meal, and that'll be that. Okay? Midweek, if I want to have something, I'll fit it into my calories. So last night, me and my girlfriend made barbecue chicken and bacon burgers. It fit in my calories, and it tastes good. So that's my food setup. Cardio, 30 minutes every day, except from leg days. I'm just doing 15 minutes post-workout. Steps like 14, 15k. I'm a lot more chilled. Mentally, I'm turned on and I'm motivated. I've not reversed out of that diet. It's not as if I've just got into the condition I was in my latest video, and like had a bit of a binge and then reversed out. I've gained a bit of weight from that, okay? Yes, pretty much all of it is just water and food volume. Half of it's been shat out over the past 2 days, alright? RIP my toilet pan. But yeah, I'm in a good spot there, man. I'm motivated, my food focus is lower. It's just telling yourself that even when food's low and you are dieting, I'm just been telling myself, like, what does binging do for you, mate? It doesn't get you to the end goal. It's not who you are. You're not somebody like, just have your meals. You've got a bowl of oats in the morning. Be thankful for it. It's a nice bowl of oats. It tastes good. You're waiting 3 hours for your next meal, which is also a nice meal that tastes good. Like, it's almost being thankful for the foods that I do have, and understanding that what does the binging do for me? What's the repercussions of it? It doesn't get me to my goal. It makes my mentality weaken. It then makes me binge more. It doesn't. Me doing that doesn't represent the person I want to be. So these are things I've been telling myself, and it's massively helped me get out of it. But it's also made me a better coach. I definitely feel so. Yeah, guys, full transparency out there. That's where we're at. That's how we've been feeling.
I be like fuck it, at the same time I don't say fuck it. Now look what I'm stuck with.
You say that I'm nonchalant, I got too much going on. This week man could have been a millionaire, but I turned that down. It's wrong, strong. If you think man do this where I'm from,
Yes, guys, so obviously that last clip ended a little bit abrupt. I recorded that about a week and a half ago, but the plans kind of changed a little bit since then. I think from when that video was made, we were like 4 or 5 days after cancelling like competing, and kind of sussing out where I was at psychologically and that kind of thing. And even from that video, there was maybe a day, 1 day or 2 days where like that, you know, psychologically I still was feeling the urge to eat a lot of food. So since then, we'll sit down later on in the video and talk over kind of what we're doing anyway, but we've just kind of put food up a little bit more. It still technically puts me in a deficit because my body is still tightening up from it, but I just need to make sure my food focus and my mentality is in the right spot, because at the end of the day, man, physique progressing your physique is always going to be there. That's never going anywhere, okay? But sometimes we need to sort out the mindset first. We need to sort out that headspace. How are we feeling? How are we mentally feeling? What headspace are we in? Sometimes that needs to be the forefront of everything before we can then focus on the progression of the physique, because the progression of the physique comes as a byproduct of how you are psychologically. If somebody's jumping into a diet and they're fully ready for the diet, they'll succeed. If somebody's jumping into a bulk and they're fully ready for it, they'll succeed. If they're not, you're not going to succeed. Anyway, sit down, enjoy the rest of the video. Lots of love. Thank you. Yo! Good morning. How are we? Hope we are all damn motherfucking well. So, yeah, the video's been a bit sporadic. That long clip you'd have seen me just touching on where I was at mentally, with dieting, with pulling out the prep and stuff, and all that kind of jazz. I think I recorded that a couple of days ago, 5-6 days ago, and since then I've still been getting a grasp on my psychology, my eating habits, and just I've been really stressed, and I've had to pull myself out a bit of a bit of a down place with physique development and bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff, and that can be the reality of a bodybuilding prep. And I think I touched on this on the last clip. It's not bodybuilding. Bodybuilding isn't the most terrible sport, alright? In hindsight, you diet, you get food lower, you feel a bit fatigued, you feel fucked, you get shredded. It's as simple as that. But the reality is, for a lot of people, it can be hard. Mentally, drugs, all that kind of stuff. But a couple of wee things have changed since talking on that video. The goal for me was to kind of, you know what I'm going to do? Here's a couple of physique shots of how I was looking this morning, okay? Now, I decided to pull out of the show 3 or 4 days before because I had a couple of days of binging. I was well far out of the condition I needed to be to compete, so I made the decision to come out, and I was like, do I do the show next week? I need to do an hour of cardio a day, 0 carbs, but we need to understand what is the trigger. I've developed, unfortunately, a little bit of a bad eating disorder at the moment, and it's slowly fading away. This is going to be day 3 on plan. I've had no binge, I've had no shit food, and I'm feeling quite locked in. We've got new training programming, which is really fucking motivating, and my goal has changed in the sense of I just want to maintain a nice lean physique throughout summer. That is a goal. So right now we are on the 16th of April. My last show would have been the 14th. I actually went, seen the people on stage. It was pretty cool. But even being there, I was like, I'm happy I'm not competing. As I said, sometimes you need to fix this. Sometimes your mentality, your habits, your structure, your happiness, that comes first, man. There's always going to be competitions, there's always going to be shows. I'm a bit gutted, but we've got some new plans in place. The goal, as I said, is still to maintain a lean physique. Because I've had these days where I've the last 3.5, 4 weeks, it's been a case of dieting for a day or two, being really restrictive with calories. I've then overate, and then I've not ate anything for a full 7 hours because I feel guilty. And then when I do go back into my diet, because I've experienced that extra calories of the binge, my mindset's just not been in a position to diet. I'm not mentally in a position right now to go into a photo shoot in 3 weeks. Mentally, I just can't do it. I need to fix my eating habits, so we've basically put food up a little bit again. I think I'm sitting at 300 grams of carbs on my high days, which is like my leg days, my push day, and today. So 300 carb going in. We've got medium days, which is like 230, 40 grams of carbs. That's on like my delts and arms days. And then on rest days, we're at like 200 grams of carbs. So the goal for me is just to get a full fucking week on a diet plan, because the result of that will be I'm going to drop all this fucking water weight and glycogen that I'm just fucking walking around with, because I feel full, I feel big, mate, and I like that, but I also want to have some abs back. I want to be a little bit leaner. I don't want to be shredded, I just want to look visually like, fucking hell, he's pretty lean, and I want to maintain that over summer, enjoy my life a little bit, and then enjoy my training, progress my training, because I've got a bit more food in me. And then we'll start off season, I think, at the middle of summer. So we have just dropped drugs out. So we're just on TRT at the moment, 150 meg of testosterone, because at the end of the day, high drug usages weren't going to be benefit to me either, right? High drugs combined with a weak mental side of things with dieting, this fucking lighting, mate, wasn't going to be benefiting me at all. So we're dropping down to TRT as of today, as of this week. That'll hopefully fix some brain fog. We'll get a full week on plan, so I'm going to show you. I'm just going to make a series on this, man. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Fuck knows, any ideas, let me know. But the goal is to get back to a pretty good condition, maintain that shit. I've got a holiday in June. I've got my brother's stag doing, which I'm the best man for as well, which I'm buzzing for. And yeah, I'm just going to, again, show you guys that you can be in a down spot, you can be at a low point, and you can pull it back. I'm going to show you how I'm pulling it back, eating habits, things I'm doing. So if anyone has found themselves in a similar position with binging, being really food focused, how you can bring it back. And it's not the end all or be all. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a temporary point in your life in which you fix, you sort, and then you move on. But for right now, baby, just watched UFC 300 there, a little bit late. I've just watched Max Holloway and Gaethje. What a fucking fight that was. God damn. Holloway surprised us, motherfuckers. That man has got some serious hands. and I've got some serious water retention. Anyway, time to go train. What's happening, my bros? How are we? Hope we are good. I didn't even film anything in the gym today, I'm not gonna lie. See, because I'm in that week of just like, as I said, actually fucking logbooking my sessions, actually enjoying training, going in, now having a purpose, movements in a particular position for X, Y and Z reason. Like, this programming's good, man. Like, everything's set up for a specific reason. It's very lat biased in my back day. We're trying to grow some bigger lats. We've got a lot more chest volume, delt volume, arm volume. Mate, I'm buzzed. So, came back from training, made some post-workout food. Mate, see the scran that I made. I'm going to put a picture up here. I had a tuna and bacon sourdough sandwich. Oh my god, mate, this is the new post-workout. This shit banged. Some tomato in there, onion, barbecue sauce, mayo. It was very good. So chilled for a bit, got some work done, went and got a coffee. It is now dinner time. Guess what I'm having for dinner? I'm not having a dinner meal. I'm having a fucking gigantic bowl of oats. I'm going to turn the camera around. Look at that for some aesthetics. 90 grams of oats, blueberries, raspberries, dark chocolate. These are the protein powders that we are currently going through. So if you've used the Perform whey protein, this is pretty similar. So this is white chocolate and caramel biscuit. Just look at that. It genuinely tastes like caramel biscuit and white chocolate. And then the first ever tub of protein I got from Perform was cinnamon donut, and this is probably my go-to. This is my favourite, man. So we've got cinnamon donut protein on the top, so that is the whey paste, and then we've got this flavour in the oats. So we've got a lot of flavour going on, man. As I said, I have got a massive sweet tooth, so having something like this really curbs some cravings. But damn, I can't get over that tuna and bacon sourdough sandwich. So I can't. So mate, I'm already buzzing to get in the gym tomorrow. I'm so buzzed, like, see being back on a plan, and almost like I'm bringing back a respectable physique. I want to bring back some abs, some clear visible abs, a bit more definition within the physique. I can't wait to bring it back and redeem myself a little bit and just maintain it over summer and just show you guys how you can live a decent lifestyle, go out at the weekend for some food, eat some good foods throughout the week, and still get lean and still enjoy a good physique and maintain it, and still make gains in the gym and progress your lifts, your physique, all that good stuff. So I'm already buzzing to go in to train tomorrow. We've got delts and arms. I've never had an arm day, but I've got small arms, so we need an arm day. We need more workload and more volume on it. It's not just enough now to tag on some biceps at the end of back and tag on some triceps at the end of push. We need days that we've got dedicated arm work. So we've got delts and arms tomorrow, which I'm buzzing for already. So I don't know if I'll make tomorrow a separate video, but I'm going to do a wee sit down and talk you through my training programming and the current setup. I don't think I've done that already today. Today, have I? I don't know if you can tell. You've not been able to tell. If you follow my Instagram, if you've not already, follow that shit, because we're on that content grind. I've not been for the last 2 or 3 weeks because I've lost myself a little bit, but we're back, baby. We're back. Already, I can feel myself tightening up. I can see my quads coming back. I can see veins coming back. So the physique is close to where it was. I reckon it's going to be interesting. Obviously, I showed you those photos at the start of the video of like my check-in today. Today's Tuesday, obviously. So I'm excited to see where I'm at the end of the week by just sticking to a food plan and not feeling the need to binge because my foods are that good and my food's that little bit higher. Cardio's in, etc. Just 20 minutes a day, which is pretty fucking easy. Between 12 and 14k steps a day. We're in a damn good groove, so we are. So I'm going to eat this bowl of oats and get some client work done, some client check-ins. The team's smashing it, man. If you want to see some client results, what I'm able to do with my online coaching, my job, jump on the Instagram again. A wee plug, what's the word? Low key, a wee cheeky plug. check out the Instagram, look at the results we've put up. I like to think I can walk the walk. I'd like to think that me, as I said, been at a low point with almost a borderline eating disorder, mentally, psychologically losing it a little bit. If I can bring it back and document it on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, I hope it not inspires, I don't want to say that, but motivates anyone that even if you're in a bad spot or a shit position, you can pull it back, man, just with this. If I can do it, anyone can fucking do it, man. So yeah, these brighter days are nuts. See, waking up in the morning and it being sunnier outside and bright, and see getting to 8 o'clock at night and it's still fucking bright as well, is motivating, man. So I'm excited to have a nice fucking relaxed summer where we're not bulking, we're not in a diet, we're just maintaining that shit. I'm excited to just have a wee maintenance phase, and it's going to motivate me for the bulk when it starts, which I'm going to end up starting the bulk fucking sooner, I know I will. But as I said, we've got a few things on. We've got my brother's stag do in 4 weeks, and then we've got a holiday with my girlfriend a couple of weeks after, so we want to maintain some condition for that. Yeah, that's the plan.